Perfect. Welcome, Falcons. This is Mr. Tobin, as you are well aware, and with me today is goalie from the Montreal Canadiens, new signed goalie to Montreal Canadiens, Jake Allen. Jake is actually from the Fredericton area, and we have some questions for Career Week that we were going to ask Jake. Some of these were inspired from the students. So welcome, Jake. Thanks for joining us.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
So we do have some questions from some of our students. So our first question is, what inspired you, or what kind of made you feel like you wanted to go into the NHL and have this be your career?
As a young student and a young hockey player, as you guys are now, and girls as well, I was just playing for the love of the game, and I loved hockey. Everyone, majority of the kids that play hockey just love it. And growing up, in Fredericton, it was just fun. It was just a passion for me and a hobby. And then I think when you get a little bit older, you start to understand a little bit if you have the potential to do something. And I thought that I had the potential to succeed in this endeavor. And you know what? I put all I had into it, and wanted to get to the NHL. And fortunate for me, it worked out.
Very good, very good. What are some of the favorite things about your job right now that make you want to go to work every day?
Yeah, I'm very lucky. I got a fun job. I get to go to work too, and get to play hockey for a living is pretty lucky. But be able to go to a rink every day and do something that you love, and you always have a smile on your face doing it. And yeah, there's some good days and bad days, but there's that's with everything in life. But going there, playing hockey, feeling like I'm still a kid again. Obviously making a lot of new friends along the way. I'm fortunate I get to meet a lot of new people, and a lot of people from around the world in different areas. And so there's a lot of things that are pretty cool with it. So it's a lot of the friends you meet and make, and relationships you make, but also being able to play a game that you love and have been playing since I was 5 years old. And, pretty lucky if you can be able to do that.
Very good. And some of those friends, I'm assuming, that you made early on in your career are still people that you would talk to and hang out with nowadays, even though you haven't seen them in a long time. Is that true? Or
Yeah, for sure. You make connections and friendships and relationships all through your life. And especially, my career started 10 plus years ago. I'm still close to a lot of those people. And it's just like a long lost buddy from school, or, you haven't seen them in 7, 8, 9 years. And then as soon as you see them again, the connection's still there. So I think that's another special thing about being able to play in the NHL is making a lot of new friends and learning a lot of new things.
very good. What were some of the roadblocks that you may have come across while trying to get to where you are now?
Yeah, I think there's just like any job you're trying to get, there's a lot of people that are trying to want to be in your position. So you're trying to compete with a lot of other people for the job that you want. So for me, it was a lot of people trying to, as an NHL goalie, there's only, 62 jobs. So there's 62 people in the world that want your job. And so I had a lot of stiff competition to beat. And for me, it was a lot of days where, oh man, you might have doubted yourself a little bit. You might have gotten a little bit of a hole and a little bit of a rut and a funk, but you got to find your way out of it. So I think those are the hardest things, is sometimes when you get either down on yourself or you're not feeling confident, and finding your way out of that hole and working your way back to getting that job back.
Very good. So you mentioned about, some of the ruts and funks. Was there anything early on that you had to fight through that, would have been a deterrent for you, saying, I'm never going to make it, I'm going to try a different career, that you had to fight through to get where you are today?
You know what? I don't know if it really was for me. I was pretty much set in stone when I left home to go to the US that this was going to be my career, whether I, make it or break it. I was going to do the best I possibly could. There's days where like I said, I doubted myself, but when I packed my suitcase and moved down to the US, I said, this is it, or this is going to work. And you got to find a way to make it work. And I think the biggest thing is about opportunity. There's a lot of times in your life that you think you're going to get many opportunities at things to do something, but that's really not the case. I think it's all about making the most of your opportunity. And if you make the most of it, then you should be on the good end of things.
Very good. So passion, I guess, would be one of the words that I would use to describe someone in your position. as an NHL goaltender, what kind of passion would you have to get to where you are, but also stay where you are? Because we know that, like you said, there are 62 jobs and there's no more, no less.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is consistency. I think just bringing hard work and an effort level every single day, never taking your foot off the gas, just always striving to be the best you can be. Whether you're, when I was a 19-year-old rookie coming in, or now I'm a 30-year-old, considered veteran in the league, and so it's always keeping your eyes on the prize and never taking your foot off the gas, because as soon as you do, there's going to be someone that is going to take your job, and that's sort of
Yeah.
everything in life, really. So that's sort of the way I approach it, and still look at it.
Very good. So you mentioned that you were 19 when you started. You're now 30 years old and a veteran in the league. To get to that position where you were, confident and ready to play a game in the NHL, how long do you figure that was, that process take you?
Yeah, well, for me, I had to play in the American Hockey League, the minor leagues, for a few years to really understand the game and the transition. And I was still a growing young guy, I guess. So, yeah, it probably took me, probably a year and a half to 2 years in the NHL to really feel confident, understand the league, understand the game, and all the surroundings with you. It's not really the game on the ice that's new. It's everything that comes with it. The travel, the lifestyle, getting the off ice stuff straightened away so you can be ready on the ice. So I think probably a year and a half to 2 years in the NHL, then I really felt comfortable.
Very good. So one of our questions from one of our students was, they're wondering, do you have any different roles now that you have been, so you've been in the league for 10 around 10 years. Do you find your role as a veteran as opposed to a rookie different? And what kind of things would you do to maybe help someone who's young coming into, where you used to be when you first started?
Yeah, I think for sure. I think a lot of things have changed for me. I think when I was first coming in, 19, turning 20, I was shy and sort of just stayed in the background and sort of watched and learned a lot. And that's sort of the way I am as a person. And, I learned a lot of things over time, and you mature at the same time as a person. And now I sort of understand what makes me successful and what doesn't. And I think those are the things over those 10 years that I figured out for me personally. And I think that's sort of the same thing you want to preach to the younger guys coming in. You got to give yourself some time, give yourself some leeway, and find out what makes you tick and what makes you be you. And everyone's different. So one thing might work for me, might not work for you. And so, yeah, definitely trying to have a veteran presence, a confidence, and also a sense of comfort. It's intimidating for a lot of people coming into a position that, as a rookie in a professional sports league, it is. You don't want to bug anyone the wrong way or do anything wrong or step on toes. So I think you want to make it as comforting as possible for the guys coming in, because the more comfortable they are, the better they are. And at the end of the day, that helps out yourself as well.
Very good. We have one final question for you. And we're just wondering, going forward, we hope you have a long career. I'm a Montreal fan myself, so I did want to throw that in. Mr. Hickey didn't always want me to do that, but I don't have a choice. I have to.
Oh, that's good.
But we're just wondering, kind of, what do you see yourself doing maybe after your hockey career is over? Maybe coaching or broadcasting, or do you have some other passion that you might want to explore?
Yeah, I'm thinking about that a little bit more and more now, especially as I have kids. And I'm definitely on the tail end, not the tail end, but my hockey career is on the downhill part of my years left. So
Yeah.
I think about it more and more, and haven't really come to a conclusion yet. I think I've made a lot of connections over my years in hockey, good solid connections. I definitely like to stay in the game somehow. I don't know if I'd like to get into the coaching side. The coaching side's a little bit, once you play your whole life and you're traveling on the road, I think coaching is even more taxing than playing. So
Yes.
I don't know if I'd really want to coach at the professional level, but definitely keep my hands in the game somehow, whether I'm helping out with the junior team or do something like that. But, my wife's from here in New Brunswick as well. So I don't know, we maybe like to start something here in New Brunswick and go from there. So haven't really made a concrete decision on that, but definitely want to stay within the game somehow.
Very good. Well, we hope you stay in the game for quite a while. So with that being said, we want to thank you for your time. The Falcons are very appreciative. And do you have any last messages for them before we kind of sign off today?
Yeah, no, thanks for having me. And, whatever career everyone chooses, do it with all you got. Don't leave anything on the table. And, if it doesn't work out and, you did it with all you got, there's another door that'll open somewhere. So just, be patient and enjoy everything you're doing at this young age, because as we all know, it goes by quick, and I'm trying to enjoy these last few hockey years that I have left in me more so than ever. So enjoy it with everything you got and have fun.
Great. Well, thank you very much. We want to wish you good luck in the coming season. Hopefully we get to see you on the ice very soon. And on behalf of Forest Hills and the Falcons, we want to say thank you very much. Good luck.
No problem. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.